Well, welcome back to Q&A with Producer Evan. We've got Producer Evan here in studio, as well as a guest. It's Alyssa Dutton. Hello.
I'm here today. Hello, guys.
So we just saw you in How To Tuesday.
That's right.
Now we get to have you again for Q&A.
That's right.
And Producer Evan has rounded up some questions, and we're going to give some answers.
Before we do, and I'm going to call audible for our team in the back here, but Alyssa, I see your nails are done.
Yes.
See if we can get a close-up.
Very
nice. Yes.
The nails are done. They look so good. Mia did such a good job. These are so cute. I love them, and they're making me feel like a diva.
We only had one minor hiccup, and I don't know if you knew what had happened while it was happening, but I did accidentally glue my index finger on my left hand to Alyssa's pinky.
I didn't even notice. That is so. We would have been just like stuck. We just could be like this.
I was like, oh, that's my nail on your nail.
That is
That's
funny
so
because you guys are going to be linked together for now on because
For
we know
real.
Alyssa is now tagging along as morning news anchor.
That's right.
So my question for you guys today is, what's the biggest difference as you work the morning show? Emmett, you've done this for over a month now consistently.
Crazy to say.
And Alyssa, you filled in.
Yes.
I'd like to hear your thoughts, Emmett, first, as you've been doing it.
Biggest difference, certainly the pace. It's a lot more fast pace than any other shift that's in the newsroom. Certainly, the mornings is very compact. You have plenty of shows throughout the morning. But then it's also nice because at the beginning of your shift, it's so compact that towards the end of it, first and foremost, you're already awake because you're pretty much kind of waking up in the shift, right? But then once you get to the end of the shift, you're already ready to go, you're awake, and you're pretty much done with the heavy part of the workload, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm with you.
I agree what he said. As a reporter, it's like the morning is kind of the easy part. Like you're just calling, you're setting things up. And the second half of the day, you're like nails on the ground trying to make those deadlines. Like you were editing, doing all the things as fast as you could to make the 4, 5, and 6 deadlines. But now doing this shift, it's like he said, like most of the work is in the beginning, when it's go, 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 the show's back to back. And then after the shows, it's more chill. Like I'm just like working on other things, getting prepared and stuff. So yeah, it's like a flip-flop, but it's been amazing and it's a great difference.
And you can't beat a breakfast break instead of a lunch break.
That's what I say.
I love it.
It's a breakfast break now because we'll go on break at like 8 o'clock. So it's gotta get the breakfast food.
Yeah, I love hearing them banter because we've been doing this for over a year now. And we always say, this is the best shift. It really is.
It really is.
If you can just wake up early, which we do, but just power through that first, couple hours of waking up, you get off midday and have the rest of your day, it really is the best shift.
Yes.
Perfect time for the gym too. That's like when the period's kind of on the lower end.
True, midday. That makes sense. Mia, you've been doing this for over a year now. Thoughts on,
in general?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't a specific reporter before joining morning news anchor, but you did have a quote-unquote normal shift, right, of like 9:30 to 6:30.
So it's kind of interesting to even hear both of your perspectives now shifting onto the morning, because what I was doing before is I was a digital content producer, so I was doing everything from Facebook, Instagram, to getting web stories up on our website, WJHG.com, to sending out push notifications, just managing social medias across the board, as well as at the time I was heading up some of our streaming before our streaming became this. So I was doing a lot of work out of the CTV desk, which you may recognize from some of those, the 10 a.m. weather hit, and even Reporter of the Day today, that was Adrian and Emily Clegg, that's out of that CTV room. So when I would come in, a lot of times it was, we have a morning meeting, so I would get kind of assigned various things to do then of what they would like me to head up on social media throughout the day. But then during the day, it was a random scramble of you don't know what's gonna come next, because as you guys are heading out to that breaking news, it was my job to get that breaking news up on our website, up on our social media, sending out the push notifications. So there's like a weird maybe element of it that is a little different of you guys have to go out and hit the ground running on that end, but back at the station, I'm hitting the ground trying to get that out and set it up the best that I can for when the reporter comes back and they're just tacking that information onto the article, that a lot of that is set up. So I very much didn't know what my day was going to be, but I'd get some of the work at the beginning, and then there was whatever chaos would happen throughout the day. And then during maybe like our 6 o'clock, our evening show, as a lot of the reporters are wrapping up their articles, I'm looking over those things. I'm clipping things from throughout the shows and making sure that gets on our website, as well as, you know, when there was national breaking news, that was also my job to send the push notifications out for that, get that up on our social media, and making sure that all of those things were happening. Or, you know, we get stories as a Gray Media affiliate that are from big Gray Media, and you've got to weed through some of those stories and find out, do these apply to our area, our region? And so I'm also like looking through those things. So again, I never knew what I was going to get for the day, which is very, very different from the morning, because here's what I'll say about the mornings is, again, you wake up and you're hitting the ground running. Again, I like you saying like that it's very compact of once you start the show, we're going for hours.
Yep.
So it's really heavy on that end, but it's nice because I like that. It's like, okay, once you're up, we're going. There's no
one
time
way
to
I described
think about
it with when I first started, one way I described it to Ryan was it's like you wake up and you're kind of challenging your brain with the morning crossword puzzle.
Yes, it is exactly like that.
Yeah.
Where I also like to describe it as like waking up knowing you're gonna go like to the airport and going on a trip.
Yeah.
Or like you wake up, you have the energy for it. There's like that little bit of adrenaline and like you're excited for what's coming, and it's like it gets you right up.
Yes.
So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It is like that. I tell people it's like waking up, going to the airport. Like I feel like I'm going to the airport,
Yes.
which is fun.
And breaking news is so different in the morning as well, because for one, we end up having quite a bit of severe weather in the morning. So sometimes that knocks us off air, which once that kind of happens, because I have that background with some of our social media and some of the live streaming, then I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off, like trying to figure that out, and Evan helps with that as well.
I'm
and that's
literally
awesome.
running through this building.
Because we've got producer Abby in the back, all props to her, who she is typically like managing the broadcast part that we're still on air. It may not be the show that she had meticulously and thoughtfully planned out. That's now to the wayside. We've got severe weather going on. But man, she goes, oh, my work. Now Emmett is doing weather, and then we're making sure that that's getting up on the social media, the CTV desk, all of those things. And then there's random breaking news. And the way I, again, describe things is like when it comes to my equipment, of the point in which that I need my camera and I need my batteries to be fully charged and I need everything to be exactly where it is and no one can touch my stuff, is because things have gone wrong. So an example of that is like when Zoo World happened, and that was we're sitting at the desk, I get Abby in my ear and going, hey, we hear there's a fire at Zoo World. And it's like, Sean Bro was way out and wasn't gonna make it in time. Zoo World's just down the road. So it's like, you gotta grab and go, no thoughts about it. There's no one else to kind of go or figure out that situation. So it is very like, that's what is different about the morning, is you've got this small, intimate team and having like a good dynamic to play off of and being ready to get up and go. It's very different with the mornings.
Yes.
But
It really
a lot
is.
of fun.
I'm with you on that, where it is such a small team that you guys have to work together, which also brings fast-paced action when you're still waking up, you know, so it's an interesting dynamic. And on my Facebook, producer Evan WJHG, I want you guys to tell me, is it true that the early bird gets the worm? Are you a morning person? Because I never was until I got this job, but I like the mornings.
Yes, I think so. It's true. The early bird gets the worm, for sure.
I agree.
Sweet.
So tell us what you think.
Yes, I want to know.
Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning on News Channel 7 Plus Today. We will catch you next time.